Something major just happened at Davos 2026, and almost no one is talking about it. While the headlines were busy covering politics and celebrity appearances, a quiet agreement was discussed behind closed doors that could permanently change the global financial system. Some analysts are already calling it the beginning of a new Bretton Woods. And here's the part that shocked seasoned market veterans. Within days of these discussions, silver wasn't just rising, it was being repriced. Not by $5, not by $20, but by a projected $350 revaluation that could blindside investors who aren't paying attention. If that sounds insane, stay with me, because by the end of this video, it's going to make uncomfortable sense. Before we go any further, if you value deep, honest market analysis that cuts through the noise, take 1 second to like this video and subscribe to Market Truth Archives. It tells the algorithm this content matters, and it helps this channel keep exposing the stories Wall Street doesn't want you thinking about. You don't want to miss what's coming next. Now let's slow this down and unpack what really happened at Davos. Officially, there was no press release announcing a new Bretton Woods. No dramatic signing ceremony. No flashy announcement. That's how real power moves. Now quietly, but multiple central bank insiders, policy advisors, and financial strategists all used the same language in closed-door panels. Words like reset, confidence, restoration, neutral settlement assets, and most importantly, commodity-linked stabilization. Those phrases aren't random. They are loaded signals. To understand why this matters, you have to understand what Bretton Woods was in the first place. After World War II, the global system was rebuilt around trust. Trust in the dollar, trust in gold, and trust in fixed exchange rates. That system collapsed in the 1970s when the dollar was detached from gold, and since then, the world has been running on debt, leverage, and promises. For decades, that worked, until it didn't. Fast forward to today. The U.S. national debt has exploded. Global trust in fiat currencies is eroding. Central banks are buying gold at the fastest pace in modern history. Trade blocs are settling deals outside the dollar. And now, at Davos 2026, the conversation shifted from how do we delay the problem to how do we redesign the system. Here's where silver enters the picture, and this is where most people stop listening, which is exactly why this opportunity exists. Silver is not just a precious metal. It's money, it's energy infrastructure, it's military technology, it's solar power, it's medical equipment, and it's industrial survival. Unlike gold, silver gets consumed. Once it's used, it's gone. And the inventories are thinner than anyone wants to admit. At Davos, one of the most revealing comments came from a European monetary official. He said future settlement mechanisms must rely on assets that are universally trusted, politically neutral, and physically verified. That sentence alone eliminates most fiat currencies. It narrows the field to commodities, and among them, silver is uniquely underpriced. For decades, silver has been suppressed through paper markets. Futures contracts, derivatives, and leveraged bets have kept the price artificially low. For every ounce of physical silver, there are hundreds of paper claims. That system only works as long as nobody asks for delivery. But something changed after Davos. Large institutional players started quietly standing for physical settlement. Premiums exploded. Delivery times stretched. And suddenly, the word unobtainable started appearing in internal reports. This is why some analysts are talking about a $350 revaluation, not as a speculative pump, but as a mathematical reset. If silver were repriced to reflect its monetary role, its industrial scarcity, and its strategic importance, the current price makes no sense. Even a partial remonetization would require a drastic upward adjustment. Think about this for a moment. Gold has already been unofficially remonetized by central banks. Silver is the missing piece. It's smaller, more volatile, and far more disruptive. That's why it's dangerous to the system, and why it's been ignored for so long. Here's another detail most people missed. During Davos, several emerging market representatives pushed for a trade settlement framework backed by a basket of real assets, not currencies. Assets. That basket reportedly includes gold, energy commodities, and industrial metals. Silver checks every box. Portable, divisible, globally recognized, and essential for modern technology. And this is where things get uncomfortable for traditional investors. If silver is revalued even a fraction of what these frameworks imply, the paper market collapses. COMEX inventories become irrelevant. Spot prices disconnect from reality, and those holding physical metal are suddenly playing a completely different game than those holding ETFs and contracts. At Market Truth Archives, we've said this before. Real resets don't announce themselves. They happen quietly, then all at once. By the time CNBC starts explaining it, the move is already over. Now ask yourself this simple question. Why would global elites discuss a new Bretton Woods unless the old system was mathematically finished? Why would central banks hoard gold? Why would silver's supply be vanishing? And why would Davos 2026 feel different from every previous year? The answer is trust. The world no longer trusts paper promises, and when trust disappears, value returns to what can't be printed. As we move closer to the end of this video, here's what really matters. This isn't about hype, it's about positioning. History shows that every major monetary reset creates a small window, a window where those paying attention can protect themselves, and those who ignore it pay the price through inflation, devaluation, and lost purchasing power. Silver isn't just rising, it's being reassessed, recategorized, reintroduced. And if the new Bretton Woods discussions turn into policy, silver will not move gradually. It will gap violently. Before you go, let me know what you think. Do you believe silver is being quietly re-monetized? Or is this another overblown theory? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read them all, and if this video helped you see the market from a different angle, share it with someone who still thinks the system is stable. Stay sharp, stay skeptical, and stay curious. This is Market Truth Archives, and the truth always comes out eventually.